Hey Deplorable Apple, welcome back to the chaos. Glad you could join us again for some AI racing action. Ready to see these cars battle it out? Sure thing. Did you know that the Alastaro Sprint short track is famous for its tight corners and quick twists? It's like the roller coaster of racing circuits. Perfect for those sneaky AI cars trying to outsmart each other in the race. Alright, everyone. If you haven't picked your car yet, now's the time. The countdown is almost over. So make your choices before the virtual race begins. Don't miss out on the chance to cheer for your favorite machine. Oh wow, this is quite the matchup. We've got SCT Cross and a classic Volkswagen Carman, Kia, versus a Land 656 in a somewhat more modest Lada 2101. Considering the Carman Gia's sleek design and likely better aerodynamics, I'd say SCT Cross might have a slight edge on the twisty Alastaro Sprint short course. But hey, the Lada 2101 isn't exactly a slouch either, especially if it's tuned for racing. Still, I'd put my money on the vintage Kia pulling ahead in this one, just purely because of the style and potential speed. But don't count out the underdog. Sometimes those simpler cars surprise us. Alright, folks, looks like Kicking Cactus is kicking things off from pole in a classic 1964 Abarth 850T Corsa. This should be a fun one to watch. Kicking Cactus is taking an early lead. Hingle McCringleberry is holding strong in second, and Pippi Langstrumpf is right behind in third. Looks like a tight battle already. Lin Yashin just made a bold move to take the lead from Hingle McCringleberry and is now in first place. Hingle is not giving up easily and is sticking close behind. Deplorable Apple has gained one position and is now in fourth, closing in on the top three. Pippi Langstrumpf is climbing fast into third place. Dale Earnhardt is also making moves, now in fifth. Deplorable Apple and Dale Earnhardt are nose to nose for that fifth spot. Deplorable Apple just sneaked into fifth place. Dale Earnhardt and Deplorable Apple are nose to nose for that spot. Newts is climbing up to ninth place, inching closer to the front. Deplorable is climbing up to 4th place. Amy has moved up to 9. Amy and Jordan F are nose to nose for 8. Starlex and Dale Earnhardt are nose to tail for 6th place. Amy just climbed 1 spot to 8. Newts also moved up 1 spot to 9th. Newts and Amy are now locked in a tight fight for 8. Nuts is now in 8th place. Looks like they're on the move. Zaitras has climbed to 10th place. Amos Gordon is now in 12th. The race is heating up. Deplorably Apple and Pippi Langstrumpf are nose to nose for 3rd place. Starbix just slipped into 6th. Shake Cross and Amy are locked in a fierce fight for 9. Deplorably Bull is climbing up to 3rd place. Dale Earnhardt is making a move to 5th. Starbix and Kicking Cactus are neck and neck for 6th. Starbix just climbed 1 spot to 6th place. Axton Hits gained 2 positions and is now in 13th. Jordan F and Axton Hits are nose to tail for 13th. Maya is gaining ground on the car ahead, closing in steadily. Axton Hits and Alan 656 are nose to tail. Looks like a battle for the middle of the pack. Scuderia Veloz just snuck into the top 15. Maybe they're trying to make a statement. Nuts advances to 7th place. Seishtai Cross also moves up 1 spot to 8. Kicking Cactus and Seshi T Cross are nose to tail for 8th place. Kicking Cactus and SGT Cross are nose to tail for 8th place. Maya just gained a spot, now in 15th. Looks like Scuderia Veloz and Maya are about to turn this into a real close fight for 15th. Ingo McCringleberry is closing in on Lian Yashin, cutting the gap by 1.4 seconds. Imus Gordon is climbing 1 spot to take 9th place. Alan 656 is also moving up 1 spot to sit in 11th. Amy and Alan 656 are nose to nose for 11th place. Maya is chipping away at Axton Hits, closing the gap by 1.5 seconds. Say Cross is driving a 1967 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia, which is known for its classic style and smooth handling. Looks like their race is a bit of a struggle, sitting in 8th place and running the slowest lap so far. Deplorable just gained a spot and is now in 2nd place. Hingle McCringleberry and Deplorable are nose to nose for 2nd. Axton Hits is climbing up to 12th. The Group 1 cars are pretty evenly matched, but the track favors the lighter, nimble models like the Puma GTE. The slower cars are struggling to keep up with the top contender. Nutz is driving a 1964 Alfa Romeo Giulia TI Super. They're currently in the 8th place, just ahead of the Volkswagen Carmen Kia. Looks like they're holding steady but not quite quick enough to challenge the top contenders. Congratulations to Lian Yashin on winning the race at Alastaro Sprint Short. Looks like someone was in a league of their own. Well done. Wow. Congratulations to Lian Yashin for snatching the victory. That was an impressive drive, genuinely. Now, a huge shout out to Deplorable Apple for setting the fastest lap. They can now claim that classy 1963 Lancia Fulvia ... Nice! And let's not forget SGT Cross for winning the bet race. They get to drive home with that stylish 1967 Volkswagen Carman Kia ... Well done to everyone! If I had to pick one of these cars to win a race on the Marina Bay Street circuit, I would probably go with the 23 Infiniti G35. It's known for its balanced handling and decent power, which should help navigate those tight corners and long straights. Plus, being a luxury sports sedan, it probably has enough stability to handle the twists and turns without losing control. I mean, with a track like Marina Bay, a car that combines agility and stability is definitely the way to go. Hey everyone! If you haven't picked your car yet, now's the time. The countdown is almost up, so make your choice before the race kicks off. Don't miss out on the chance to see your favorite machine tear through the track. Hey Enan-san! Nice to see you back in the stream. Hope you're ready to see some crazy AI racing action. Grab your virtual popcorn and enjoy the chaos on the track. Hey Wayne Train 94, welcome back to the chaos. Glad to see you're back in the race. Hope you're ready to see some reckless AI driving. Alright, this is quite the showdown. Dale Earnhardt in a 1998 Porsche 911 993 Turbo is definitely a powerhouse. That car is known for its speed and handling, especially on a circuit like Marina Bay. On the other hand, Cristo 33 has a 1998 Subaru Impreza 22B STI, which is legendary in the rally world, but might struggle a bit on a street circuit designed for more aerodynamic cars. If we're betting on straight-line speed and precision cornering, I'd give the edge to Dale and his Porsche. The Porsche's engineering and power make it a strong contender in this race. However, the Subaru's agility and potential for unexpected moves could make things interesting. But honestly, I think the Porsche will take it in the end, especially if the AI plays it smart with those tight turns and high-speed straights. What do you think? Maya is on the move, climbing up to 11th place after overtaking 3 cars. Seashaktias is inching closer to the top 3, moving up 1 spot. Squatbender and SGT Crosser locked in a tight duel for 3rd place, nose to tail. Wayne Trenin 84 is climbing fast into 3rd place. Squatbender and SCT Cross are locked in a close fight for 4th. Dale Earnhardt is making moves, climbing 2 spots to 7th. Wayne Trenin 84 is climbing up to 2nd place. Jackson Dabbox and Dale Earnhardt are locked in a close fight for 6th. Jackson Dabbox is holding firm in 7th place while Amy is trying to squeeze past. Maya just nudged into 11th, inching closer to the pack. Notes and Jackson Dabbox are nose to nose for 8th place. Amundsen just sneaked up 1 spot to 14. Amundsen and Pippi Langstrom are locked in a close fight for 13th. Maya is currently in the 12th place with a 1998 Porsche 91199. 3 Turbo S looks like she's holding steady but not making much progress. The race seems tight with a lot of similar cars battling for position. Dale Earnhardt is climbing up to 6th place. He's got Amy right behind him in a close fight for that position. Leon Yashin is also making moves, now in 8th place after gaining 2 spots. Amy just overtook someone to move into 6th place. Nuts and Amundsen are battling fiercely for 11th. Nuts is trying to hold the position while Amundsen is closing in. Amy just overtook someone to move into 5th place. Pippi Langstrom is climbing up to 13th. Scuderia Veloce and Pippi are nose to tail for 13th. Looks like a close fight. Maya is closing in on Jackson Dabbox, closing the gap by 1.2 seconds. They are in a tight battle for 9th place. Amy is making a move on SCT Cross, closing the gap by 1.5 seconds. Maya is climbing up to 9th place. Amy just overtook someone to reach 4th. Amundsen is narrowing the gap on Jackson Dabbox, getting closer by 1.3 seconds. Hingle ni Kringleberry. Better watch out. Amy's closing in fast. Dale Earnhardt just made a move up to 6th. Lian Yashin is also climbing, now in 7th. Pippi Langstrom just overtook someone to move into the 11th place. Amina-san is right behind, so this could get interesting. Dale Earnhardt is gaining on SCT Cross, closing the gap by just over a second. My Squat Bender on nose to tail for 8th place. Amundsen is making moves, climbing up to 11th place. Squatbinder's Alfa Romeo Prera is a stylish choice but not exactly a speed demon. Looks like they're holding steady in ninth but no real moves yet. Might want to wake up that engine. Inga McCringleberry and Amy are nose to nose for third place. Amundsen is climbing 2 spots to 10th. If I had to pick one of these cars to win a race on the Croft circuit, I would go with the 2020 Chevrolet Corvette C8 Door-E. It's got that modern mid-engine layout and impressive aerodynamics that could give it an edge around those tricky corners. Plus, its power-to-weight ratio is pretty stellar, which should help it accelerate out of turns and dominate the straights. That combination of agility and raw horsepower makes it my top pick for this race. Alright everyone, quick reminder before the countdown ends. Make your picks now, or forever, hold your peace. Or at least until the next race. Don't miss out on the action. Oh, now this is a little race to watch. The BMW M5 is a beast with its power and torque, especially from the 2012 model. It's built for speed and comfort, and it might have the edge on a tricky track like Croft with its straightaways. On the other hand, the Alfa Romeo 4C is known for its agility and sharp handling. It's a smaller, more nimble car, which could give it an advantage on the twisty bits. But will that be enough to outrun the raw power of the M5? Hard to say. I'd lean towards the BMW for a slightly more consistent race, but don't count out the 4C's cornering skills. This one could go either way, and I'd be happy to see which driver pulls off the surprise. Alright folks, Connor Malady is starting on the pole in a 2013 Ford Mustang Boss 302. Looks like a solid start for the streetcar class at Croft. Let's see if they can hold on to that lead. Amy is leading the race right now. Connor Malady is in second place and Daragaz is holding on to third. Looks like the front runners are already setting the pace. Daragaz just overtook for second place. Connor Malady is not giving up easily. Day Factor and Pippi Langstrup are nose-to-tail fighting for 7th. Connor Malady is now in second place. Jonas Gottlieds and Daragaz are still nose-to-nose for third. Pippi Langstrup is climbing up to 6th. Jonas Gottlieds is climbing up to 3rd place. Leon Yeshin is now in 8th. Pumpkin Offlery is just behind in 9th. Wayne Trin NT4 is on a roll, climbing up to 18th place after overtaking 3 cars. Jordan F just moved into 11th place, inching closer to the top. Your Instinct is right behind at 14th place, trying to catch up. The fight for 13th place between Your Instinct and Scuderia Veloce is heating up. Looks like a close one. Jonas Gottlieds just overtook for 2nd place. Pippi Langstrup and I are still neck and neck for 5th. Pumpkin Offlery is chipping away at Leon Yashin, closing the gap by nearly 2 seconds. Jonas Gottlieds is inching closer to Amy, and the lead is shrinking fast. Connor Malady is catching up to Jonas Gottlieds, so expect some fireworks soon. Jonas Gottlieds just overtook someone to take the lead. Maya is now in 5th after climbing 1 spot. Your Instinct and Scuderia Veloce are still neck and neck for 13th. Pumpkin Offlery and Day Factor are wheel to wheel for 8th place. Your Instinct just snuck past 1 car to claim 13th. Reinecke is driving a 2015 Mercedes-Benz S LK 55 AMG. They're currently in 29th place, so it looks like the race has been a bit of a struggle for them so far. Pippi Langstrup just moved up to 3rd place. Druorfals is closing the gap on Hingle McCringleberry by a second. Looks like a tight battle brewing. Pumpkin Offlery is gaining on Leon Yashin, closing the gap by 1.4 seconds. Mutuba has climbed 1 spot to 14th place. Wayne Trin NT4 has also moved up 1 spot to 16th place. Pippi Langstrup is gaining on Amy, closing the gap by over a second. Connor Malady is hot on Pippi's tail, closing in by a bit more than a second and a half. Leon Yashin just overtook someone to sit in 6th place. Reinecke is closing in on 60 cross, shaving off 5.3 seconds. Pumpkin Glory and Daragaz are locked in a fierce fight for 7th. Scuderia Veloce is making a move, climbing up to 15th place. Pumpkin Glory is climbing up to 7th place. Druofals is now in 22nd. Grand Peter has moved into 24th. Pippi Langstrom just took 2nd place, climbing 1 spot. Connor Malady is chipping away at Amy's lead, closing the gap by 2.30 seconds. Pumpkin Fleury is narrowing the distance to Lian Yashin by 1.30 seconds. Pumpkin Fleury and Lian Yashin are locked in a tight fight for 6th place. Pippi Langstrom is gaining on Juno's lead, closing the gap by 1.2 seconds. Mutuba has climbed 1 spot to reach the 13th position. Your Instinct and Mutube are nose to nose for the 13th place. Well, look at that. Eunice Gottlieb has taken the top spot. Guess they really know how to lead the pack. Well done. Wow, Jonas Gottlieb took the win. Congrats to them. What a fantastic race. Now, for the drivers who can claim a prize, Pippi Langstrom. Great job on the most overtakes. You can claim the 2019 Radical SR3, a sleek, modern street car. Well done to everyone, this race keeps getting more exciting. Hey everyone, if you haven't picked your car yet, now's the time. The countdown is almost done, so make your choice before all the good ones are gone. Don't miss out on the chaos. If I had to pick one of these cars, I would go with the 2011 Peugeot 908. It's got a proven track record at endurance races, and should handle the vintage circuit with its balanced performance and reliability. Plus, with its advanced aerodynamics for its time, it might just have the edge in a tricky track like that. The other cars are impressive, but the Peugeot's mix of speed and stability makes it a tempting favorite. Alright, this is quite the matchup. The Loyola Aston Martin from 2009 has some serious engineering behind it. But the Ferrari F3 333SP from 2000 is a classic and a beast on the track. It's like putting a sleek vintage muscle car against a slightly newer but still very competitive racer. Considering the vintage aspect and the raw power of the Ferrari, I'd say Dale Earnhardt's car might have a slight edge in acceleration and handling on this vintage circuit. But don't count out the Lola Aston Martin because it's got some modern flair and aerodynamics that can surprise us. Honestly, It's a close call. But I'm leaning toward the Ferrari taking the win, just based on its reputation for speed and agility. Still, I'll keep my eyes peeled because these AI drivers can be unpredictable even with the best cars. Hey Naiba, great to see you back. Hope you're ready for some high-speed AI racing action. Sit back and enjoy the chaos on the track. Alright everyone, the race is underway at the Autodromo Oscar Juan Galvez vintage track. Leading the pack out of the gate is the Scuderia Veloce and their classic 2009 Lola Aston Martin B0960. Let's see if they can hold on to that pole position, or if the others have a trick up their sleeves. Right at the start, Dale Earnhardt is leading the pack. Pippi Langstrup is holding strong in second, and Scuderia Veloce is right behind in third. Looks like a tight race already. Merchican Live is climbing to 6th place. Samun and Merchican Live are nose-to-nose for 5th. Yesterone 33,796 is inching into 7th. Scuderia Veloce and Pippi Langstrup are nose-to-tail for 2nd place. Merchican Live and Samun are locked in a fierce fight for 5th. Yesterone 133,796 and Archican Live are battling it out for 6th. Yesterone 133,796 is climbing fast into 5th place. Zayt Cross is also making moves into 6th. Ingo McCringleberry is not far behind, grabbing 7. Looks like a tight battle for the middle of the pack. Scuderia Veloce and Dale Earnhardt are nose-to-tail at the front. Yesterone 33,796 is climbing, now in 4th place. Lian Yashin is making a move, now in 11th. Amy just overtook someone to move into 4th place. Maya is climbing up to 9th. Lian and Salmon are nose-to-nose for 10th. Scuderia Veloce and Dale Earnhardt continue their close duel at the front. Yesterone 133,796 and Amy are locked in a fierce fight for 4th place. Ingo McCringleberry just snuck past someone to climb into 6th. Yesterone 133,796 just overtook someone to take 4th place. Hingle McCringleberry is also climbing up to 5th. Amy and Hingle McCringleberry are nose-to-nose for that 5th spot. Cheryl Roses is driving a 1999 Toyota G1T S020. They're currently in the 10th place, holding steady but not making any big moves yet. Scuderia Veloce is holding onto the lead with Dale Earnhardt right behind. Ingo McCringleberry is trying to find a way past Scuderia Veloce for second place. Lian Yishin and I are locked in a close fight for 8th place. Scuderia Veloce takes the lead, now in first place. Ingo McCringleberry climbs to second. Gesterone 133,796. And Pippi Langstrup are nose to tail for fourth. Looks like a close fight brewing. Zamun Zamun is closing in on Marchikin Live fast enough to make it a snack. Maya is dropping like a stone, now in 15th. Gesterone 133,796 is climbing the ladder, now in 3rd, and looking to cause some chaos. Congratulations to Scuderia Veloce on their victory. Looks like they really sped their way to the top. Well done. Wow! Congratulations to Scuderia Veloce for taking the victory. That's impressive. They really showed off their skills today. And a huge shout out to Lian Yashin for snagging the fastest lap. That's no small feat. She can claim the 29 Nola Aston Martin B0960, which is quite the prize. What a race! Stay tuned, folks. The excitement is just getting started. Alright folks, you better make up your minds because the clock is ticking down. Can't have these AI cars just wandering around without a driver, can we? Get those picks in before it's too late. Alright, so we have a classic showdown here with two iconic cars from the mid-90s. The McLaren MP410 was known for its aerodynamic design and a powerful engine, making it a serious contender. On the other hand, the Williams FW17 was a masterclass in reliability and handling, often praised for its balance on the track. Given that Circuit Lebanon is quite twisty and demanding on tires, I'd lean slightly towards the Williams FW17. Its better handling could give it the edge in those sharp corners. But don't count out the McLaren, especially if Elicitone 1095 manages to maximize its raw speed on the straights. So, I'd say the Williams has a little edge here, but it's definitely going to be a close race. Who do you think will come out on top? Alright everyone. The race kicks off at Circuit Lebanon with Elicitone, 1095 on pole, piloting a classic 1995 McLaren MP410. Let's see if that nostalgia can help it hold the lead. Elicitone 1095 has shot off the line into the lead. Amy is holding second place, just ahead of me in third. Looks like a tight battle already. Amy just gained a spot to take the lead. Knots is closing in on Maya for third place. Things are heating up in the midfield. Naiba is storming through the field and has just taken the lead from the pack. Amy and Naibi are now nose to nose at the front. Hingle Kringleberry and Scuderia Veloce are locked in a fierce scrap for 10th place. Scuzzer Ops is on fire, climbing to 4th place after overtaking 3 cars. Scuderia Veloce is also making moves, now in 7th after a similar surge. Hingle Kringleberry is right behind, now in 8th, also passing 3 cars. The race is heating up with these quick overtakes. Naiba is on the move, climbing 3 spots to take the 13th position. Lian Yashin is gaining ground, moving up 1 spot to 8th. Hingle Kringleberry and Lian are nose to tail, fighting hard for 8th place. The F1 1995 cars are pretty evenly matched here, but the track at Lebanon favors high downforce and tight corners. That's probably why the Williams and McLarens are leading, while the Pacific and Simtek struggle to keep up. Nuts is driving a Pacific PR02, which is known for its unique design but struggles with reliability. They're currently in 4th place, so they're holding up pretty well, but don't expect them to dominate. Hingle Kringleberry is driving a Simtex 951, which is known for its quirky design and lack of speed compared to the frontrunners. Looks like their race is not going well, sitting in 10th place and probably just trying to stay out of trouble. Lian Yashin is driving a Williams FW17 and currently in 8th place. Her lap time is slightly slower than the leaders, but she's holding her position well. Lanky Frankie is making a strong push with the fastest lap, but he's still a few places behind the leaders. Let's see if he can convert that speed into a higher position before the checkered flag. Lanky Frankie is driving a McLaren MP410 and is currently in the 13th place. Their fastest lap is a solid 19.755, which is the quickest among all racers so far. Looks like they're pushing hard to climb up. Lanky Frankie is driving a McLaren MP410 and is currently in the 13th position. They set the fastest lap of the race so far, which shows they've got some pace, but they're a bit behind the leaders. Scuderia Veloce's Minardi M195 is currently in 7th place, just ahead of the Williams driven by Lian Yashin. Their fastest lap is very close to the leaders, so they're holding steady but not challenging for the top yet. Dale Earnhardt, is chipping away at Nibby's lead, closing the gap by just over a second. Saturday Cross is also making a move on Pippi Langstrup, narrowing that gap by the same amount. Looks like everyone's eager to make a move. Saturday Cross is making a strong push with the fastest lap, but he's still in 12th. He might be eyeing some overtakes if he keeps his pace. Wow, Amy, you really took the checkered flag. Looks like all those laps paid off. Well done. Congratulations to Amy for winning the race. Great job out there, you really drove away with it. Say Cross, you snagged the fastest lap, so you get to claim the 1995 Tyrrell 023. Nice speed there, clearly your lap was the fastest of the bunch. And Amy, since you won the betting race, you get to take home the 1995 Williams FW17. Plus Leanne, for doing the most overtakes, you also get to claim the same Williams FW17. Looks like both of you are going home with some classic F1 cars today. Well done, everyone. Alright everyone, the final moments to pick your cars are slipping away like a really speedy sports car. Make your choices now or forever hold your peace in last place. Alright, we've got Pippi Langstrup in a 2012 Mini Cooper Challenge and Epic Sugar in a 2011 Volkswagen Scirocco R Cup. Both are pretty sporty, but the Mini is known for its nimbleness and tight corner performance, which could give Pippi an edge on a track like Autodromo di Antioquia. The Scirocco R Cup, on the other hand, is a tad more powerful and could make up ground with straight-line speed. Now, if this race turns into a game of agility and quick cornering, I'd lean toward Pippi, because the Mini's small size makes it excellent for weaving through turns. But if the track favors speed and a steady power delivery, Epic Sugar could be sneaking in for the win. Honestly though, with AI behind the wheel, it's anyone's guess. But I'd probably put my money on Pippi to take it, just because the Mini's cornering prowess might be the game changer here. Let's see who actually crosses the finish line first. Alright, everyone, the race has kicked off at the Autodromo de Antioquia. Pippi Langstrup, in the 2012 Mini Cooper Challenge, is starting in pole position. Let's see if that tiny car can pull off a big win. Pippi Langstrup is leading the race, followed closely by Dishonored Fox in second place and Epic Sugar holding on to third. Looks like a tight start already. Lian Yashin is charging through the field, now in 11th place after overtaking 3 cars. Dishonored Fox and Pippi Langstrom are locked in a fierce duel for the lead. Dale Earnhardt has gained 1 position and is now in 5th place. Dishonored Fox is now in 1st place. Maya has climbed 2 spots and is now in 5th. Dale Earnhardt and Maya are battling closely for 5th position. Dale Earnhardt is climbing up to 5th place. Scuderia Veloce is now in 7th. The battle for 6th is heating up between Scuderia Veloce and Maya Daradadi. Saichi Cross is making a little climb up to 7th place. Rumiafis 13 is also inching forward to 13. Looks like some steady progress out there. Maya is currently in 7th place, closing in on Lian Yashin, who just moved up to 8. Epic Sugar and Amy are still locked in a fierce fight for 3rd. Dale Earnhardt is climbing to 4th place. I am moving up to 5th. Zegtros is now in 6th. Looks like a little shuffle at the front. Maya is holding steady in 6th place. Scuderia Veloce is now in 8th place, inching closer to the top. Ingle McCringleberry has climbed to 9th just behind Veloce. Looks like the fight for the middle is heating up. Epic Sugar is driving a 2011 Volkswagen Scirocco R Cup. They are currently in 3rd place and seem to be holding steady, but no signs of a major push or slip so far. Nuts. Just nudged into the top 10. Frankenbouts is right behind. Looks like a close fight for that spot. Pippi Langstrom just nudged into the lead, leaving the rest in her dust. Frankenbouts is climbing up to 10th. Not bad for a late bloomer. Epic Sugar is now in 2nd place. Dale Earnhardt has moved into 3rd. And I am climbing into 4th. Looks like a little shuffle at the front. Maya is right behind Dale Earnhardt in 3rd place. Dishonored Fox is closing in on Rumiafis 13 quickly, cutting the gap by over 2 seconds. Maya is now in 3rd place, closing the gap. Dale Earnhardt is trying to hold her off, but the pressure is on. Maya is closing in on the leader. Epic Sugar is holding strong in 2nd, but not for long. Ingle McCringleberry just overtook someone to take 7th, and is now pushing to catch Scuderia Veloce. The battle for 7th is heating up. Dishonored Fox is racing a 2015 Renault Clio 4 RS Cup Datto. They're currently in 4th place and have the fastest lap of the race so far. Looks like they're making a strong push. Dale Earnhardt is making a move up to 3rd place. He and Epic Sugar are nose to nose for 2nd. Hingle McCringleberry is climbing to 6th. Maya just overtook someone to take 2nd place. Looks like the race is heating up. Maya and Epic Sugar are nose to tail, no room for mistakes. Pippi Langstrup is leading in a 2012 Mini Cooper Challenge and they're setting the pace with the fastest lap so far. Looks like they're cruising smoothly at the front. Dishonored Fox is driving the 2015 Renault Clio 4 RS Cup and is currently in the middle of the pack. They're making some quick moves with a lap time of 1:37.027, which is pretty solid. Looks like they're trying to climb up the ranks. Wow, Pippi Langstrup just took the checkered flag. Looks like she's got the speed and the style. Congratulations on the victory. Wow, Pippi Langstrup has done it. Congrats on winning the race. You really showed those cars who's boss. And great job to Maya for piling up the overtakes. You definitely earned that Renault Clio 4 RS Cup. Looks like both of you are going home with some pretty sweet rides today. Keep it up. Sure thing. A fun fact about the Formula 1300 class is that it was originally created for young drivers to get their start in racing with smaller, more affordable cars. They're often seen as the training ground for future racing legends. It's like the College of Racing classes, but way more exciting than a lecture. Alright, we've got Hingle McCringleberry in a vintage Metal X MTX 103B from 1975 against Nuts in a slightly newer Avia E2 from 1978. Now, looking at these two, it's like choosing between a classic rock band and a more modern one. Both have their charm. But the Metal X is a bit of a legend in rallycross circles. It's probably got the edge in handling and weight distribution, especially on a tricky course like Momelo Rallycross. Nuts Avia might be quicker off the line with its newer tech, but I'd put my chips on Hingle and that old school beast. Expect the Metal X to take it by a nose. Alright everyone, the race just kicked off at Momelo Rallycross. Lian Yeshin is on pole driving a classic 1977 Melkus MT-77-2. Hope she enjoys the nostalgia trip while trying to hold that leg. Lian Yassin is leading the race, followed closely by Naibe in second place, and Dale Earnhardt in third. Looks like a tight start so far. Naibe and Lian Yushin are locked in a fierce battle for the lead. Pippi Langstrup is climbing up to fourth place, gaining 2 spots. Amy is now in 11th position and falling further behind. Amy just made a bold move and is now in the lead. Naibe and Lee are still nose to tail. No clear winner yet. Sam T. Cross is climbing fast, now in third, looking to snag that second place soon. Hingle McCringleberry is climbing fast into 5th place. Pippi Langstrup is also making a move into 6th. Notes is not falling behind, grabbing 7th. The race is heating up with these quick moves. Hingle McCringleberry is driving a 1975 Metalex MTX1ZBN. Looks like he's holding a solid middle ground, not quite challenging for the lead, but not falling behind either. Maya is holding steady in 7th place. Amy just overtook someone to move into 8th. Dale Earnhardt is inching closer to the top 10, now in 9th. Hingle McCringleberry is driving a 1975 Metalex MTX 103B. Looks like they're holding a solid middle position but haven't set a fast lap yet. The tight turns and slick surface seem to favor the older Metalex cars and Estonia models, but the track's unpredictability is keeping everyone on their toes. Dale Earnhardt's car is an Estonia 20 from 1979. Same as SGT Cross. Looks like he's stuck in the back with no lap times recorded, so his race might be a bit of a struggle. Maya's car is a 1977 Melkus MT-77-2, a classic model. She's currently in last place with no lap time recorded, so her race is not going well. Dale Earnhardt's car is a 1979 Estonia 20, and seems to be stuck in a time warp with a lap time of 99.19. Looks like they're not really racing right now. Scuderia Veloz is running a 1978 Metalex MTX103C, starting from 10th. They're currently in 3rd, so they're making moves. Looks like they're pushing hard to climb up. Dale Earnhardt's car is a 1979 Estonia 20, but it looks like he's already taken a break, or had a technical issue since his lap time is showing as invalid. He's currently not really in the race. CK Cross is leading in a 1979 Estonia 20, a classic that's surprisingly holding its own. Looks like they're pushing hard with the fastest lap so far, so the race is going well for them. Amy is driving a Melkus MT-77-2 from 1977, which is a bit of a vintage gem. She's currently in 8th place, quite a ways behind the leader. Looks like she's struggling to keep up with the front runners. Wow, Nivy just took the win. Looks like they're the one to beat. Congratulations on the victory! For this track, I would focus mostly on handling and agility. Wakefield Park is known for its twisty corners and technical sections, so a car that can stick to the road and respond quickly to driver inputs will shine here. Power is important, but being able to navigate the sharp turns smoothly will make all the difference. A balanced setup with good grip and responsive steering would be ideal for maximizing performance on this track. Hey everyone! The clock is ticking. If you haven't picked your car yet, now's the time before it slips away. Don't miss out on the fun. Get those selections in. Wow, this is quite the matchup. Dale Earnhardt in a 2006 Porsche Cayman is racing against Schottskys in a vintage 1964 Aston Martin DB5 Vantage. Now, in terms of raw speed and handling, the Porsche is probably the favorite because it's a more modern, nimble sports car. But the Aston Martin has that classic charm and might surprise us with its smoothness and maneuverability on Wakefield Park. If I had to pick, I'd say Dale's Porsche might have the edge in a straight-up race because of its newer tech and agility. But don't count out Schottskys and that vintage charm. It's going to be a fun race to watch for sure. Who do you think will pull ahead? Alright, everyone. It's just starting at Wakefield Park and Seshi T-Cross is on pole. In a classic 2010 Alfa Romeo 8C Spider. That's a fancy way to kick off the race. The race kicks off with Maya leading the pack, followed closely by Seshi T-Cross in second, and Lin Yashin holding strong in third. Looks like a tight battle already. Amy is closing in on Lin Yashin for third place. Pippi Langström is making a move, climbing to 8. Amy and Lin Yashin are locked in a tight duel for third. Ingo McCringleberry is driving a 2014 Lamborghini Asterion. They're currently in 6th place, just behind the leaders. Looks like a solid run so far, but they might want to pick up the pace if they want to challenge for the top. Seche Cross is gaining ground on Maya fast enough to make it interesting. Maya and Sechi Cross are nose to tail for the lead. Naiba has just overtaken 2 cars to claim third place. Naiba is inching closer to Seshi T-Cross, shrinking the gap by over 2 seconds. Lin Yashin is climbing up to take the 4th spot. Looks like Amy and Lin Yashin are locked in a fierce fight for 4th place. The modern street cars are dominating with most top positions, likely thanks to their advanced tech and speed. The vintage car is holding steady in the middle, but the track seems to favor newer models. Nutz is driving a 29 BMW Z4 and is currently in the 10th place. Looks like they're holding steady but not making much noise in the top 5. Lin Yashin is climbing to 3rd place. Amy is also moving up to 4th. Looks like they're both on the rise. Lin Yashin and Seshi T-Cross are neck and neck for 2nd place. Ingo McCringleberry is climbing up to 5th. Pippi Langström is also making moves, now in 6th. Maya is leading comfortably with the fastest lap. Looks like he's got this race under control unless something unexpected happens. Ingo McCringleberry is driving a 2014 Lamborghini Asterion currently in 5th place. Their fastest lap is just over 1:12. Looks like they're holding steady but not quite catching the leaders yet. Amy just overtook someone to move into 3rd place. Notz is closing in on Naibi for 8. Looks like a tight squeeze coming up. Naiba is storming ahead, now in 1st place after overtaking 9 cars. Nutz is also climbing fast, grabbing 2nd after passing 9 cars. Maya and Nutz are nose to tail, battling for 2nd place. Maya is leading the race in a 2014 Lamborghini Asturion. She's been fastest on the track and has a comfortable gap. Looks like she's in control so far. Lian Yashin is climbing to second place. Amy is also moving up to third. Ingle Kringleberry is making a move to fifth. Maya is leading the race with a Lamborghini Asturion, which is a hybrid supercar blending luxury and performance. She's been fastest so far and looks to be in control. Naiba is driving a 2020 Hennessy Venom F5, known for its incredible speed and engineering. They're currently in 6th place, but their fastest lap is significantly slower than the leaders. So it looks like they're struggling to keep up with the front pack. Wow, Maya, you really took the checkered flag. Looks like all those laps paid off. Well done. If I had to pick one of these cars, I'd probably go with the 1990 Mazda 787B. It's got that legendary rotary engine, which is like the wild card of racing engines, and has proven itself at Le Mans. Plus, on a circuit like Gentrack 1, where agility and a bit of unpredictability matter, that unconventional powertrain might just give it an edge over the more traditional turbocharged rivals. But honestly, with this lineup, it's anyone's race. Hey everyone, if you haven't picked your car yet, now's the time. The clock's ticking and we don't want any last-minute accidents because someone forgot to choose. Hurry up and make your pick before it's too late. Oh, this is a classic showdown. The Nissan R89C is a mighty vintage race car from the late 80s, known for its reliability and raw power. On the other hand, the Peugeot 905 from 1992 brings a newer design with some serious aerodynamics and handling finesse. Considering the track is Gentrack 1, which I imagine might favor a balance of speed and sharp turns, I'd lean slightly towards the Peugeot because of its advanced aerodynamics and cornering capabilities. But hey, don't count out Pippi's Nissan. Vintage can sometimes surprise you with grit and resilience. Though I'd say the race could go either way, but watch out for the Peugeot sneaking ahead in the closing laps. Now let's see which one truly dominates. Hey Darth Blazer, glad to see you back in the stream. Hope you're ready to see some crazy AI cars battling it out on the track. Sit back and enjoy the action. Alright folks, the race has just kicked off at Gen Track 1, and leading the pack is Pippi Langstrup in a classic 1989 Nissan R89C, starting from pole. Buckle up, this is gonna be interesting. Axton Hitz has shot off the line into the lead. Pippi Langstrup is holding strong in second place. Newts is hanging on in third, but expect some early fireworks. Amy just overtook someone to move into third place. Nils and Amy are battling hard for third position. Naiba has gained 1 spot and is now in 9th. Naiba and Dale Earnhardt are nose to tail fighting for 8th. Nuts is now in third place. Naiba has climbed to 8th. Zirorelia and Wauxi B are nose to nose for 14. Leon Yashin and I are neck and neck for 6th place. Squad Bender and Oxwo Fi are locked in a close fight for 21st. Leon Yashin has climbed 1 spot to take 6th place. Tohim's Flora has also moved up 1 spot to 17. Squat Bender and Oxwofi are nose to nose for 21st. Zero Radia is on a roll, climbing 8 places to 7th. Wow CB is also making moves, overtaking 4 cars to reach 10th. Maya and Naiba are nose to tail for 8th place. Looks like a close fight. Maya is now in 8th place, climbing up 1 spot. Hingle Kringleberry is right behind in 9th, also moving up 1 spot. Anonymous Nina T3 is driving a 1989 Ford Sierra R S500. They're currently in the 18th place and seem to be holding steady without any major moves or overtakes so far. Naibe is climbing up to 6th place. Dale Earnhardt is gaining on Hingle McCringleberry, closing the gap by 1.6 seconds. Leon Yashin is now in 7th place. Maya is in 8th place after climbing 1 spot. Hingle McCringleberry has gained 2 positions and is now in 9th. Squetbender is on a tier, climbing from way back to 9th place. Oxwolfe is also making moves, now 12th after overtaking 10 cars. Sir Gummingate is gaining ground, now in 17th after passing 3. Zerorelia is on a roll, climbing to 15th place. Stankit and Tukin's Flora are right behind, both up 3 spots too. Looks like a tight battle for the middle of the pack. Sir Proffrey is driving an Alfa Romeo 75 from 1986. Kailangan ninsos, isilagay na ng team. They're currently in the middle of the pack in the group standings, just a few spots behind the leaders. Looks like they're holding steady, but not making much noise yet. Pippi Langstrom is holding a slim lead over Axton Hitz. It's a close fight, but Pippi's fastest lap is quicker. Axton Hitz needs to find some extra speed if they want to overtake before the finish. Oxwolfi is driving a 1985 Ferrari 288 GTO, a classic supercar known for its sharp design and turbocharged V8. Looks like they're holding steady in the middle of the pack, just a bit behind the leaders in Group AU. Hinkel McCringleberry is driving a Toyota 88 CV from 1988. They're currently in 8th place but are a bit behind the leaders. Looks like they're struggling to keep pace with the top Group C cars. Congratulations, Axton Hitz. Looks like you're the fastest in the bunch. Guess all that practice paid off. Wow! Axton Hitz took the win. Congratulations! That's a fantastic victory. You definitely earned that champion title today. And a big shout out to Seshti Cross for smashing the fastest lap. You can now claim the 1992 Nissan NP35, a real classic Group C car. Naibe, you're the master of overtakes today. You can add the 1989 Aston Martin AMR1 to your collection. Another Group C gem now. Great racing, everyone. Who's next to steal the spotlight? If I had to pick one of these cars to win a race on the Barbagallo circuit, I would go with the 1973 Porsche 911, or S. It's known for its incredible handling and balance, especially on twisty circuits. Plus, it's got that legendary Porsche engineering that just makes it a tough competitor. The rest might be interesting to watch, but I'd put my money on the Porsche for this one. Alright everyone, time's almost up. If you haven't picked your car yet, now's the moment to make your choice. Don't leave me hanging here watching these bots race without your favorite ride. Wow, this is quite the vintage showdown. The Lancia Stratos is known for its agility and sharp handling, especially in tight corners, even though it's a bit old school. On the other hand, the Morgan Plus 8 has that classic roadster charm and a powerful V8 engine, which could give it an edge on the straights. Given Barbagallo's mix of curves and open stretches, I'd say the Lancia might have a slight advantage in maneuverability, but the Morgan's raw power could make things interesting. Honestly, it's a close call, but I'd lean toward the Lancia pulling off the narrow victory. Let's see if it can handle the track's twist better than the Morgan. Alright everyone, the race is kicking off at Barbagallo with the 1970s slow cars class. Liam is on pole, driving a classic 1973 Lancia Stratos Statotta. Let's see if that vintage beauty can hold off the competition. Liam has shot off the line to take the lead. Pippi Langstrup is holding strong in second place. Dale Earnhardt is currently in third, trying to keep up with the front runners. Liam and Pippi Langstrup are nose to tail for the lead. Hikari Hamzam climbs to fifth place, closing in on the top four. Maya is now in sixth place, closing the gap. Dudesmoke Yablund and Maya are nose to tail for that position. Thomas Moran has climbed to ninth, making moves. Dale Earnhardt and Liam are nose to tail for second place. Mayan and Hikari Hamzam are locked in a fierce fight for fifth. Seike Cross and Dudesmoke Blunt are battling it out for seventh. Dale Earnhardt and Liam are nose to tail for second place. Maya just slipped into fifth after a nice move. Seike Cross is climbing fast, now in sixth after gaining 2 spots. Dale Earnhardt just overtook someone to move into second place. Looks like he's on the prowl. Dudesmoke Blunt has climbed 2 spots to sit in sixth. Seike Cross and Dudesmoke Blunt are nose to tail for sixth place. This is getting interesting. Maya is closing in on Cloudy, cutting the gap down to just a second. The race for fourth is heating up with Maya and Cloudy nose to tail. Aminsan is climbing up to 12th place, overtaking a spot. Aminsan and Naibe are locked in a close fight for 11th. Maya is now in 4th place, closing in on the top 3. Aminsan has moved up to 11th, inching closer to the pack. Hikari Hamzam and Aminsan are nose to tail for 10th, so expect some fireworks soon. Budatsaro is making a nice climb up to 12th place after overtaking 3 cars. Hingle McCringleberry is also on the move, passing 5 cars to settle in 15th place. Aminsan is having a rough time, dropping 7 spots to 18th place. Dudes Nokia Blunt just sneaked into 5th place. Scuderia Veloce and SGT Cross are neck and neck for 8th. Budat Zaror is closing in on Hikari Hamzam fast, cutting the gap by over 2 seconds. Budat Zaror is closing in on SGT Cross with a 1.1 second gap. Aminsan and Hingu Mikringelberry are nose to nose for the 16th spot. Velocito 14 just gained a position and is now in 19th. Thomas Moran and Cloudy are locked in a close fight for 6th place. Aminsan just gained 1 spot and is now in 16th. Hingu Mikringelberry and Aminsan are also battling for 16th. The vintage cars are pretty evenly matched, but the slower acceleration and handling are showing with some of the higher lap times. The track's tight corners are making overtakes tricky, so staying consistent is key. Wow! Pippi Langstrumpf just took the win. Looks like her playful spirit really paid off. Congratulations on the victory! Alright, here's a fun fact for you. Istanbul Park is famous for its challenging turn known as the Corner of Death. It's a sweeping, high-speed curve that really tests the skills of the drivers, or in our case, the AI racers. Some say it's the reason why this track is often called a driver's paradise, or maybe a driver's nightmare. Either way, it keeps the races exciting. Ooh, this is a classic showdown. The 1958 Maserati 250F is a legendary car, known for its agility and racing heritage. But the 1960 Scarab Indy, being an Indy car, is built for speed and straight-line performance. Honestly, I'd say it comes down to how the AI is programmed. If they're just going for raw speed and handling, the Scarab might have the edge on Istanbul's twisty sections. But if finesse and vintage charm matter, the Maserati could surprise us. I'd put my money on the Maserati, but I'm definitely keeping an eye on that Scarab to see if it can pull a surprise move. Alright folks, the race is kicking off at Istanbul Park and Bakum Moning's on pole with that vintage 1952 Kuzma Afi. Let's see if those classic wheels can keep up in this modern chaos. Bakum Moning has taken an early lead with Scuderia Veloce right behind in second place. I am holding strong in third, but the real action is just getting started. Pippi Langstrup is on a roll, climbing 3 spots to take 4th place. Shazi and Indigopati are locked in a close fight for 5th. Newts is making a move, climbing 1 spot to 8. Pippi Langstrup is gaining on Maya and closing the gap by over a second. They are battling hard for 3rd place. Zombush 86 is climbing fast, moving up 2 spots to 5th. Zombush 86 just overtook someone to move into 3rd place. Maya and Zombush 86 are nose to tail for that spot. Rex and Sarah and Shailzi are swapping positions in a close fight for 7th. Pippi Langstrup is climbing to 4th place. Rex and Sarah and Shailzi are nose to nose for 7th. Lian Yeshin and Rosa Goldgaming are locked in a fierce fight for 10th. Rex Ninsera is climbing up to 7th place. Shailzi and Rex Nerzer are nose to nose for 7th. Lian Yeshin is sneaking into 10th. Nuts just overtook someone to take 8th place. Rex and Sarah and Nuts are nose to nose for 7th. Lian Yeshin is climbing up to 9th. Scuderia Veloce is now in 1st place. Looks like they're enjoying the lead for now. Lian Yashin has climbed to 8th. Not bad, but still chasing the top. Rosie Goldaming is in 10th. Just hanging on, I see. Wrath 92 is on a roll, climbing to 14. Toadette TV is also making moves, now 16. And Maya is inching closer to the front, now in 2nd. Shazi and Rosa Goldgaming are neck and neck for 10th place. Ned Syrups is climbing up to 19. Looks like the midfield is heating up. Rex Insero is in 9th place driving a 1960 Scarab Indy. Looks like they're holding steady but not making much noise. Chelsea just nudged into 9th place. Nuts and Chelsea are nose to nose for that spot. Pace CAR is climbing to 12. Looks like the battle for mid-pack is heating up. Pace CARR is driving a 1958 Maserati 250F. They're currently in the 13th place and seem to be holding steady without much drama so far. Rex and Serrar is driving a 1960 Scarab Indy, currently in 9th place. Looks like they're holding steady but not making much progress. The car's pace isn't exactly setting the world on fire today. Pace CAR is racing a 1958 Maserati 250F. They're currently in 12th place, so they're making a steady climb, but still have some work to do to catch the leaders. Botkamonen just overtook someone to take 2nd place. Zombush 86 moved up to 4. Indigo Peta is now in 5th. The race is heating up. Mitsurup Starks just sneaked into the top 15, inching closer to the front. Wrath 92 and Mitsurup Starks are nose to nose for the 13th spot. Looks like a battle of patience. Toadette TV is making a move, climbing to 17th, maybe aiming for a surprise finish. Mitsurup Starks is climbing nicely to 13th place. Dale Earnhardt is also moving up to 17th place. Toadette, TV, and Dale Earnhardt are nose to nose for that 17th spot. Pace CAR is climbing to 10th place. Toadette TV is pushing up to 17th. Toadette TV and Hinglemy Kringleberry are locked in a close fight for 16th. The classic Indy cars at Istanbul Park are creating a tight battle with some unexpected gaps. The track's sharp turns and long straights seem to favor experienced drivers but also shake up the order with overtakes. The car class's agility and power are definitely making this race unpredictable. Chelsea climbs to 7th place. Nuts is gaining on Lian Yashin, closing the gap by a little over a second. Yingvilme Kringleberry and Toadette TV are nose to nose for 16th. Congratulations to Scuderia Veloce for taking the victory at Istanbul Park. Looks like they really sped their way to the top. Wow! What a fantastic victory for Scuderia Veloce! Congratulations to the team on such an impressive win. They really showed everyone how it's done today. Great job! Alright, here's a fun fact for you. The Monaco Vintage track is basically like taking a walk down a very fancy, very twisty memory lane. It's a replica of the historic Monaco Grand Prix circuit from the 1950s. So imagine weaving through streets that have seen more racing history than some of us have seen episodes of our favorite shows. It's a perfect playground for the vintage cars to show off their classic charm and remind us that speed and style have been best friends for a very long time. Alright folks, if you haven't picked your car yet, now's the time. The countdown is almost up, so get those choices in before they all disappear into the digital ether. Don't miss out on the chance to see your favorite car take on the track. Oh wow, what a matchup! The Nissan R91CP from 1991 versus the Toyota Eagle Mark III from 1993. Both are classic racing machines but with very different vibes. The Nissan has a more aggressive stance, while the Toyota carries a bit more finesse. Since it's Monaco vintage, the tight corners and short straightaways mean handling and agility might outweigh raw power. I'd give a slight edge to Nuts because that Nissan might be a tad more nimble around those tricky corners. But hey, in AI racing, anything can happen. Let's see if Lee and Yoshin's Toyota surprises us all. Alright everyone, the race has just kicked off at Monaco Vintage, and leading the pack we've got the Scuderia Veloce team with their 1989 Aston Martin AR1 sitting on pole position. Let's see if they can hold on to that lead or if someone will surprise us. Newts is now in second place. Seike Cross and Ingo McCringleberry are battling hard for fourth. Epic Sugar has moved into 10th. Ingo McCringleberry is driving a Sauber C9, a classic Group C car known for its speed and aerodynamics. They're currently in fourth place, holding steady but not quite challenging the leaders yet. Looks like they're keeping it smooth for now. Mafia Mavia is driving an MKC 84-1 from 1985. Their race seems steady but not quite at the front, sitting in 17th place. Maya is closing in on Epic Sugar, cutting the gap by 1.1 seconds. Tangadaki TTV has moved up one spot to take the 12th position. Beskis is also up one spot, now in 13th. Epic Sugar is gaining on Pippi Langstrom, closing the gap by 1.5 seconds. Tangadaki TTV is catching up to me, shrinking the distance by 1 second. Tangadaki TTV and I are locked in a close fight for 11th place. Wolf of Aco is making a charge, climbing 3 spots to 17th. Maya is inching closer to the top 10 now in 10th. Eskis is also on the move, grabbing the 12th spot. Prodigy Place 58 is on the move, climbing 3 spots to 16. Quiz 44 is doing the same, also moving 3 places to 17. Wolf of Aco is gaining 2 positions to 15. The battle is heating up behind the leaders. Amy is gaining on Lian Yashin pretty quickly now. Wolf of Aco is closing in on Matthewsaurus Rex. Looks like a battle for the top spots. Mafyamavi just climbed 2 places, now in the 18th position. Wolf of Aco is chipping away at Matthewsaurus Rex, closing the gap by 3.3 seconds. Forty Afro is climbing up 1 spot to take the 19th position. Liam and Forty Afro are nose-to-nose fighting for 19th place. Tangaducky TTV is gaining on Feskis, closing the gap by 1.1 seconds. Wolf of Aco has moved up 1 spot to 14. Quiz 44 has climbed 2 spots to 15. Scuderia Veloce just overtook Nuts and is now in 2nd place. That battle for 2nd is heating up with Nuts trying to fight back. Amy is closing the gap on Lian Yashin fast. Less than a second now. Scuderia Veloce takes the lead, now in 1st place. Lian Yashin is gaining on SGT Cross, closing the gap but still a bit behind. Mafia Mavi is racing a Group C2 car, an MKEAC 84-1 from 1985. They're currently in 17th place, and their lap times are quite slow compared to the leaders. Looks like a tough race for them so far. Maya is closing in on Pippi Langstrom quickly, the gap shrinking by 1.5 seconds. Matthewsaurus Rex is climbing up to the 18th place, making some progress. Congratulations to Scuderia Veloce on their victory at Monaco Vintage. Clearly they know how to make vintage look like a winner's style. Wow, what a race! Congratulations to Scuderia Veloce for taking the win. You guys really showed some speed today. And a big shout out to Scuderia Veloce for grabbing the fastest lap. That 1989 Aston Martin AM1 is a beauty and definitely a well-earned prize. Notes: you might have lost the main race, but winning the bet race means you get the 1991 Nissan R91 CP. Not a bad consolation prize at all. Looks like everyone's going home a winner today, one way or another. Alright folks, the clock is ticking down. If you haven't picked your favorite car yet, now's the time to make that decision, or you'll be stuck with whatever the AI throws at you. Don't say I didn't warn you. Wow, what a throwback race this is going to be. On one side, we have Tina with the 1954 Connaught Type B Dart, and on the other, Leanne with the 1950 BRM Type 15. Both cars are classics, but I'd say Tina's car might have a slight edge, just because of the more modern design and engineering from the mid-50s. The Connaught was known for its agility and handling, so if Tina can keep it smooth and consistent, she might just take the lead. But hey, racing AI is full of surprises. So don't count out Leanne and that vintage BRM. Anything can happen in this clash of automotive history. Cherokee Kitten is holding on to 4th place, but Pippi Langstrump is right behind her. Vargala Svet and Cherokee Kitten are battling for 5th, and it looks like Vargala Svet is trying to make a move. Cherokee Kitten is climbing up to 4th place. Vargala Svet is also moving up to 5th. Nudes and Christ Golfer are locked in a close fight for 13th. Vargala Svet and Cherokee Kitten are nose-to-nose for 4th place. HP Lootcraft is climbing up to take 6th. Pippi Langstrumpf and HP Lootcraft are locked in a close fight for 6th. Wife Wanna just overtook someone to take 7th place. Pippi Langstrumpf is right behind her. So the battle for 7th is getting spicy. Dale Earnhardt is climbing up to 16th, so he's making some progress. Wife Wan is now in 6th place, climbing 1 spot. Waffling Godders has moved into 10th position, also climbing 1 spot. Amy is leading the race now in 1st place. Maya is holding steady in 2nd. Gargala Svet is gaining on Cherufa Kitten, closing the gap by 1.1 seconds. HP Lootcraft has moved up 1 spot to 6th place. Wife Wania and HP Lootcraft are nose to nose for 6th position. Chris Gopher just overtook someone to move up to 12th place. Dale Earnhardt and Drelitsko are still nose to nose for 13th. Jibu Ogi and I are locked in a close fight for 20th. Cherufa Kitten is right behind Hingle McCringleberry now, closing the gap by over a second. Vaifuana just climbed 1 spot to 5th place. Red Panda Manatee 4 is gaining on Pippi Langstrumpf, closing the gap by a solid 1.5 seconds. Vargala Svet just overtook someone to move into 5th place. Waffling Gutters and Red Panda Man 84 are nose to nose for 9th. Let's Go and Dale Earnhardt are locked in a close fight for 13th. Waffling Godders is climbing up to 8th place. Let's Go and Dale Earnhardt are nose to nose for 13th. Maya and Scuderia Veloz are locked in a close fight for 19th. Dale Earnhardt is climbing up to 13th place. He's now right behind Kreisgoffer in the fight for 12th. Meanwhile, Scuderia Veloce and Team Tenetia are nose to nose for 18th. Notes and Mighty Chunk are neck and neck for 16th place. Scuderia Veloce and Team Tenetia are also locked in a close fight for 18th. Dale Earnhardt and Kreisgoffer are nose to nose for the 12th spot. Nutz is climbing up to 16 and Scuderia Veloce is sneaking into the top 20. Vargala Svet is gaining on Cherufa Kitten, closing the gap by 1.3 seconds. HP Lootcraft has climbed 1 spot to 6. Vaifuana and HP Lootcraft are locked in a tight fight for 6th place. Jibu Ogi is climbing fast, overtaking 4 cars to reach 16th place. Vaifuana is inching up 1 spot to 6. Vaifuana and Vargala Svet are nose to nose for 5th. Vaifuana is climbing up to 5th place. HP Lootcraft and Vargala Svet are locked in a close fight for 6th. Ye Boogie is making a move to 15th. Wow, Amy, you really outpaced everyone. Looks like the finish line was just a formality for you. Congrats on the win. Wow. Congratulations to Amy for winning the race. That was an impressive drive. Amy, you also snagged the fastest lap, so you get to claim the stunning 1958 Ferrari 246 F1 from the F1 1950 collection. Well done! Leanne, you took home the victory in the bet race, so the 1950 BRM Type 15 is all yours. Nice work! And Dale, for the most overtakes, you get to claim the 1960 Cooper T53 from the same era twice. Great job making those moves. What a fantastic lineup of winners today. Stay tuned, everyone. Alright, everyone. If you haven't picked your car yet, now's the time. The clock's ticking and we don't want any last-minute panic buys. Get those selections in before it's too late and you end up with a lemon. Alright, this is quite the matchup. On one side, we have Lian Yashin in the 1995 Chevrolet Camaro IMSA, known for its muscle and straight line speed. On the other, Bean Streams with the 1990 Mazda RX-7 IMSA GT, famous for its lightweight agility and sharp handling. Considering Wakefield Park's tight corners and short straights, I'd say the Mazda RX-7's nimbleness might give it an edge in maneuverability. The Camaro, with its power, might struggle a bit on those twisty sections, but could make up ground on the straights. It's a close call, but I'm leaning towards the Mazda because of its exceptional cornering capabilities. Still, don't underestimate the Camaro's raw speed if it catches a good slipstream. This will be an interesting race to watch. Pippi Langstrom is charging through the field, now in 5th place after overtaking 3 cars. Seike Cross and Pippi are nose to tail, battling fiercely for 5th position. Hingle McCringleberry is climbing up, now in 10th place after gaining 1 spot. Sagage Cross is climbing up to 5th place. Amy is also moving up to 6th. Lian Yeshin is now in 7th. Looks like everyone's on the move today. Pippi Langstrom is climbing to 7th place. Hingo McCringleberry is making a move to 8th place. Both are on the push. Sidekick Cross is climbing up to 4th place. Amy and Just Pancakes are locked in a close fight for 5th. Sidekick Cross is climbing to 3rd place. Amy is now in 5th. Pippi Langstrom is in 6th. The race is heating up. Scuderia Veloce is driving a 1984 Ferrari 288 XGTO. They're currently in 10th place, so they might need some serious overtaking to move up. Sekai India 1999 Lotus Esprit GT 1 out. Looks like they're holding a solid 3rd place, but no signs of overtaking yet. Amy is currently in 6th place, with a Ferrari F40 competition. She's holding steady but hasn't made any moves yet. Looks like she's just cruising along for now. Maya is holding steady in 6th place. Pippi Langstrom is now in 5th. Amy has advanced to 4th. Hingo McCringleberry is climbing to 7th. Scuderia Veloce just overtook Just Pancakes and is now in 8th place. They're nose to nose, both pushing hard for that spot. Just Pancakes is driving a 1990 Mazda RX-7 MSA GT. They're currently in 8th place, quite a bit behind the leaders, and their fastest lap is over a second slower than the top times. Looks like a tough race for them so far. Hingo McCringleberry is climbing to 6th place. Scuderia Veloce is making a move to 8th. Dale Earnhardt is now in 9th. Lian Yashin is driving a 1995 Chevrolet Camaro IMSA.D. She's currently in 12th place, trying to catch up but not quite making the moves yet. Sidekick Cross is making a strong push with the fastest lap, but he's still a few spots behind the leader. Scuderia Veloce just climbed to 7th place. Dale Earnhardt and Nuts are nose to nose for 8th. Lian Yashin and Just Pancakes are locked in a fierce fight for 10th. Dale Earnhardt is climbing up to 8th place. Lian Yashin is making her way to 10th. Looks like some strategic moves happening. Nutz is racing a 1990 Mazda RX-7 MSA GT. Oh, their race looks rough with the slowest lap time among the top 10 and currently in 10th place. Wow, Maya, you really showed them how it's done. Congratulations on the win. Wow, what a race! Congratulations to me for taking the win. I knew I had it in me. Now a huge shout out to SCT Cross for smashing the fastest lap and earning that sleek Lotus Esprit G1. Well done. I hope you enjoy cruising in that beauty. Lian Yashin, you must be feeling pretty proud after winning the bet race. So claim that 1995 Chevrolet Camaro Imza. Today. It's a classic and you earned it. And Hingle McCringleberry, with all those overtakes, you definitely kept things exciting. Claim that incredible Lamborghini. Diablo G, our nice work, everyone. Well, a fun fact about the NASCAR 1980 racing cars is that they were primarily built for speed and durability. But they also had a surprising amount of personality. Cars from that era often looked like they could be part of a Hollywood action movie, with big, bold paint jobs and flashy designs. Plus, back then, safety was still catching up, so drivers and teams had to be pretty daring just to make it to the finish line. It's like they combined high-speed racing with a little bit of a Wild West vibe. Well, with those stats, the driver I'd probably lean towards has quite a bit more experience under their belt. 2,809 races is a serious track record, and winning 190 of those isn't too shabby. They're sitting at rank 11, so they've definitely got some skill. Shot skis. Hard to say with no info. So if I had to place my bets, I'd go with the experienced driver. Let's see if that intuition pays off. Alright folks, Sap Brannigan is on pole in the 1982 Pontiac Grand Prix, leading the charge here at Clark International Speedway. Looks like a classic showdown is about to kick off. Maya is leading the race right now, holding the top spot. Sap Brannigan is right behind in second place. Hippie Langström is currently in third, trying to keep up with the leaders. Oslo Fee is on the move, climbing 3 spots to reach the 17th position. Hippie Langström has gained 1 place, now holding the 2nd spot. Sap Brannigan and Pippi Langström are nose to tail, fighting hard for 2nd place. Maya is holding steady in the top 10. No drama yet. Amy just made a smooth move into 12th. Ogswar Faye is closing in on the pack, now in 14th. Lisa Shibi is making a charge, now in 16th after overtaking 4 cars. Reiko Haruji and DTC KB Ziergertz are nose to nose for 7th place. Dale Earnhardt and GT Swishman 33 are locked in a close fight for 10th. Leach Mepsi is climbing 1 spot to 18th. Ogie just overtook someone to move into 13th place. Ogslofe and Amy are nose to tail for 12. Lisa Shibi and Ingle McCringleberry are locked in a fierce scrap for 15th. Lisa Shibi advances to 15th place. She and Just Pancakes are nose to nose for 14th. Scuderia Veloce climbs to 22nd. Lisa Shibi is climbing up to 14th place. Adam Flash is making a move to 22nd. Shotskis and Zep Brendigan are nose to tail for 3rd place. Deplorably Paul just snuck past someone to climb to 27th. Shotskis is climbing up to 3rd place. Rico Haruji and T-Bone are nose to nose for 6th. Oxlofia and Amy are locked in a close fight for 12th. Wrath 92 and DCCP P0ers are nose to nose for 8th place. Just Panchakis and Liza Shibi are locked in a close fight for 14th. Scuderia Veloce just gained 1 spot and is now in 22nd. Wrath 92 is climbing to 8th place. Hingo McCringleberry is now in 15th. Lian Yashin has moved into 18th. Wrath 92 is stuck in 8th place with the same car as everyone else. Looks like they're just cruising along. No overtakes or drama so far. Pippi Langstrom is now in 1st place. Oxley has moved up to 12. Amy and Oxwolfie are nose to nose for the 12th spot. Oxlofie is currently in the 18th place with a Pontiac Grand Prix from 1982. Looks like they're making a steady climb from a much further back, but still a long way to go to catch the leaders. Yi Chi Swen 33 is climbing up to 8th place. Scuderia Veloce is inching closer to the middle of the pack at 21st. Wrath 92 and Reiko Haruji are nose to nose for 7th place. Yachi Swishman 33 and Wrath 92 are also battling hard for 8th. Adam Flash is climbing up 1 spot to 22nd. Gary 710 advances to 4th place. Wrath 92 moves up to 7th. Yachi Swishman 33 climbs to 8th. Wrath 92 and Jichi Swishman 33 are locked in a close fight for 7th. Gary 710 is really closing in on Shotskis now, just a second behind. GTA Swan 33 has climbed 1 spot to 7th. Oxlofie is also on the move, up 1 spot to 10th. Gary 710 just gained 1 spot and is now in 3rd place. Shotskis and Gary 710 are nose to nose for 3rd. Oxwolfie and Reiko Haruji are locked in a close fight for 9th. DCK Baitse Roads just gained 1 spot and is now in 10th place. Oxwolfie and DCK Baitse Rogers are nose to nose for 10th. Bleach Mets and Toucan's Flora are fighting hard for 19th. Wow, Pippi Langstrom just won the race? Guess even the wildest adventurer can beat the speed demon sometimes. Well done! Wow, Pippi Langstrom really pulled off an incredible win today. Let's give a big round of applause for that astonishing performance. As for the car claiming, congratulations to Pippi for snagging the fastest lap, earning themselves a 1982 Pontiac Grand Prix from NASCAR 1980. And of course, I have to say, I'm pretty proud for winning the bet race, so I'll be taking home the same classic ride. Looks like we're all set for some vintage car envy. Sure. A fun fact about the chain track is that it's often called the Thailand Grey Circuit. But what's really interesting is that it was designed with some really tricky corners that test the driver's skills to the max. It's like a challenge straight out of a video game, with twists and turns that keep everyone on their toes. Plus, the track's layout makes it perfect for some unexpected surprises, so you never really know who's going to come out on top. Alright. So we've got Youngden's store too. In a 2013 Nissan Altima and La Croissant 1980. In a 2007 Holden Commodore VV. Both of these cars have their charm. But let's be honest. The Altima is more of a family sedan. I'd say the Holden has the edge here with its muscle, but the Altima isn't exactly a slouch either, especially if the AI is feeling clever today. If I had to place a bet, I'd probably lean towards La Croissant 1980 and the Commodore. It's got some extra grit that might just give it the upper hand on Chang's track. But hey, with AI racing, anything can happen. Maybe the Altima will surprise us and take a win just to keep things interesting. Alright everyone. The race kicks off at Chang Track, and Amy is on pole, driving her sleek 2019 Ford Mustang in the V8 Supercars class. Let's see if she can hold on to that lead or if the others are going to surprise us. The race kicks off with Amy taking the lead, followed closely by Dale Earnhardt in second, and Vargala Set in third. Looks like the front runners are already setting the pace. Scuderia Veloz just made a quick move to the 18th place. Vargala Spet has climbed to second, inching closer to the leader. Dale Earnhardt and Vargala Spet are nose to tail. Looks like a battle for the second spot is heating up. Pippi Langstrom is on the move, climbing 4 spots to 23rd. Silver Gaming is also making progress, overtaking 3 cars to land in 26th. Cobra Cole and Dale Earnhardt are locked in a close fight for 3rd place. Juana Bakido is just ahead of Frogsworth in the 11th place. Nirmudera is trying to hold off Bjorn Ott for the 15th spot. Abetablok and Matthew Saurus Rex are locked in a close fight for the 17th position. Abetablok and Matthew Saurus Rex are locked in a close fight for the 17th place. Zashtik Cross is making a move up 1 spot to take the 19th position. Scuderia Veloce and Seshiti Cross are also battling it out for the 19th spot. Cobra Call and Dale Earnhardt are nose to tail for third place. The Lightning Thief and Kilo Juliet Delta are locked in a fierce duel for 7th. A Beta Bloke is climbing up one spot to 18. The Lightning Thief is climbing to 7th place. Lian Yasishin and Kilo Juliet Delta are nose-to-nose for 8th. Scuderia Veloce and Pippi Langstrom are locked in a close fight for 20th. Cheru Gamaresa is climbing to 12th place. Bjorn Art is also moving up to 14th place. Matthew Saurus Rex and a Beta Bloke are nose-to-nose fighting for 17th place. Cobracle and Dale Earnhardt are nose-to-tail for 3rd place. Matthew Saurus Rex is climbing up to 17th. K Cross and a Beta Bloke are locked in a close fight for 18th. Lian Yashin is climbing to 8th place. Spear Like Hail is now 9. Broxworth has moved into 10. Looks like everyone's making a little progress. Kilo Juliet Del is on the move, climbing up 4 spots to 8th place. Ovidus and Maya are nose to tail for 23rd. Looks like a close one. Kingdom McCringleberry and the Sashabi are locked in a fierce fight for 5th place. Piero Gamarsa and Frogsworth are nose-to-nose for 11th. Matthew Saurus Rex is climbing up to 16th, just 1 spot away from the pack. Cheru Gamarsa and Frogsworth are nose-to-nose for 11th place. Aisha K Cross just nudged up 1 spot to 18th. Nimriyuda and Ajeshchi Cross are also trading paint for 18. Cheru Gamarsa and Frogsworth are nose to tail for 11th place. Wanabikido and Cheru Gamarasa are also fighting for 12th. Yongun Store 2 is climbing 1 spot to 26. Wow, Amy really took the lead and left everyone in the dust. Congratulations on the win. Hey, Rafael. Welcome back to the stream. Glad to see you return just in time for some AI racing action. Wow! Amy took the victory. Congratulations, you drove that car like a true pro. Now, for everyone who wants a shot at a new car, Pippi Langstrom did the most overtakes today. Pippi, you can claim a 2015 Ford Falcon FGX with a V8 supercars engine. Nice job overtaking everyone like a boss. Here's a fun fact about the 2021 Chevrolet Camaro. Despite being known for its muscle car image, it actually shares some of its underpinnings with more practical cars. It's built on the GM Alpha platform, which means it combines sporty performance with a surprising touch of everyday comfort. So, in a way, it's like the athletic kid who also loves to binge watch their favorite shows on the weekend. Ooh, this is a classic muscle car showdown at Zandvoort Chicane. The Chevrolet Camaro versus the Ford Mustang. Both are iconic, but this is an AI race, so it's all about the programming and handling. The Camaro has a reputation for being a bit more aggressive on straightaways, which could be an advantage on this track. But the Mustang is known for its solid cornering skills and balance. Honestly, it's a tough call. If I had to pick, I'd say Relaxed View might have the edge because of the Camaro's raw power. But don't count out Pippi Langstrom, as Mustangs can be surprisingly nimble. Place your bets, folks! Alright folks, Trans Am Geogoina Miracles is leading the pack on pole, revving up that 2021 Ford Mustang. Looks like a head start for the American muscle. Let's see if he can hold on to that lead at Zandvoort. Geogoina Miracles has shot off the line to take the lead. Adenut 44 is holding strong in second place while Mermuidar is right behind in third. Looks like a close battle forming early on. Adenut 44 is now in first place. Geogoina Miracles and Adenut 44 are still neck and neck for the lead. Maya has climbed to third place, closing in. Scuderia Veloci is now in sixth place, moving up one spot. Idiliv and Scuderia Velosa are nose to tail, fighting for that sixth position. Amy and Nuts are locked in a close duel for ninth place. Nimwida and Maya are neck and neck for third place. Ai Raphael is climbing up to 7th. Relaxed View is making a move, now in 13th. Princess Wildface and Deplorable are nose to tail for 20th place. T Empress just gained one spot to 22nd. The Empress is now battling Princess Wildface for 21st. Ingle McCringleberry is in 11th place driving a Chevrolet Camaro. Looks like they're holding steady but not making much noise so far. Miruda is in 3rd place driving a Chevrolet Camaro. Looks like they're holding steady but not quite catching the leaders yet. Newts is really pushing to catch Idielev, closing the gap by 1.2 seconds. They're neck and neck for 8th place. Deplorable Apple is climbing up to 19th, making moves through the pack. Maya is holding steady in the lead. Dale Earnhardt is inching closer to the middle of the pack. Princess Wildface is making a small climb but still hanging around the back. Amy is closing in on the top 10. Guys is driving a red Ford Mustang, currently in 5th place. Looks like they're holding steady but not quite catching the leaders yet. Ingle McCringleberry's car is a Ford Mustang, starting from 11th place. Looks like they're holding steady but not making any big moves yet. Amy is gaining on Idielev, closing the gap to just under a second and a half. They are nose to tail fighting for 8th place. Hippie Limestron's Ford Mustang is in the 16th place. Looks like they're stuck behind a few cars but still hanging in there. The Trans Am cars are staying pretty close, so the track's tight corners at Zandvoort are keeping overtakes limited. No clear dominance from any car class yet. Adanaut 44 is holding a solid lead and the fastest lap. Looks like he's got this race under control unless he makes a mistake. Matthewsaurus Rex is driving a Ford Mustang and is currently in the last place. Their fastest lap is over 2 seconds slower than the leader, so it looks like they're struggling to keep up. Adanaut 44 is leading the race in a 2021 Ford Mustang with a fastest lap of 1:58.897. Looks like they're holding a solid pace and maintaining the lead. Idielev is in 8th place with a Ford Mustang. Their fastest lap is 2 minutes and 0.646 seconds, so they're not exactly setting the pace. Looks like a steady but slow run so far. The tight chicane is shaking up the order with overtakes and close battles, especially for the top spots. The Mustangs seem to be handling it better than the Camaros so far. Congratulations on winning the race. Looks like you really know how to take the lead at Zandvoort Chicane. Well deserved. Wow. Adanaut 44 really pulled it off. Yes. Congratulations to them for winning the race. Looks like they've got some serious skills behind the wheel, even if it's just AI cars. Can't wait to see what they do in the next round. Alright, here's a fun fact about the Chang track. It's known for its twisty and challenging layout, which makes it perfect for pushing AI to the limit. Basically, it's like a roller coaster for racing cars without the loops. Alright everyone, last call to pick your favorite AI car before the countdown ends. Time's almost up, so don't miss out on cheering for your champion. Make your choices or forever hold your peace. Alright, this is quite the matchup. The Opel Astra TCR is a solid choice with its agility and sporty design. But the Ford Focus is known for its power and handling. Given that, I'd say Dale Earnhardt's Focus RS has the edge here. It's got a bit more muscle under the hood and a reputation for dominating in tricky turns. Still, Sete Cross might surprise us if he can exploit some clever racing lines. But overall, I'd put my chips on the Ford Focus RS to take this one. Alright everyone, the race is underway at Chang Track and Shotskis is on pole, driving a 2018 Peugeot 308 in the TCR class. Let's see if he can hold that lead. Shotskis is leading the race, followed closely by Lian Yashin in second place. Seika Cross is holding on to third for now. Sete Cross just climbed to second place. Looks like the battle between Lian Yashin and SCT Cross is heating up for that second spot. Meg Scoring Life and Nuts are neck and neck for seventh. This race is getting interesting. Dale Earnhardt has gained 2 spots and is now in second place. Sete Cross and Dale Earnhardt are battling closely for that second position. Scuderia Veloce has moved up 1 spot and is now in 4th. Hamid Media is making a nice climb up to 17th place. Ace Ragnaroks is also on the move, now in 22nd. Nuts is having a rough time, dropping 16 spots to 23rd. Radit Seroactiva Vixen is climbing to 15th place. Ragnaroks is gaining on Brandobuster, closing the gap by over a second. Ice is advancing to 23rd place. Meg's Boring Life and Maya are neck and neck for 6th place. Pippi Langstrump and Buffon in 19 are trading paint for 11. The gold nerd is creeping up on Trash Crashton, closing the gap by a second and a half. Meg's Boring Life is climbing up to 6th place. Oscar Tsarot has advanced 2 spots to 16. Naturally Unlucky is making a move to 18. Hermit Media is charging through the field, overtaking 4 cars to reach 17th place. Meg's Boring Life is climbing steadily, moving up 1 spot to hold 5th. Lian Yashin and Meg's Boring Life are locked in a close duel for 5th place. Elititona 1095 is really having a rough time, dropping to 23rd. Newts is closing in on Let's Go Fast, cutting down almost 10 seconds. Hingo McCringleberry and I are locked in a fierce fight for 7th place. Trash Creston is making a move, now in 21st place after overtaking 3 cars. The Gold Nerd is right behind, also up 3 spots into 22nd. Hingo McCringleberry is climbing steadily, now in 7th place after gaining 1 position. Hingo McCringleberry is climbing to 6th place. Maya is inching into 7th. Giogino Miracles is sneaking into 8th. Looks like a little shuffle at the back. Lian Jaishin is making a charge, now in 6th place after overtaking 3 cars. Budatsuro is closing in on Amy, shrinking the gap by 1.3 seconds. Nuts is climbing up the field, now in 25th place. Giogino Miracles is now 7th and making a move. Pippi Langstrumpf is closing in on her, climbing to 9th. Brando Booster is inching forward to 17th, not bad at all. Giogino Miracles just overtook Lian Yashin and is now in 6th place. Boing Ding In is climbing up to 10th place. The battle for 6th is heating up. Wow! Shotskis really took the checkered flag. Guess they're the fastest in the bunch today. Wow! Shotskis really took the checkered flag, didn't they? Big congrats to them for pulling off the win. And hey, SKT Cross, you've got the fastest lap. That means you get to claim this shiny 2016 Opel Astra TC R. Well deserved. Keep that momentum going. Sure. Did you know that the 1971 F11 cars were some of the most experimental and diverse in design? That year, teams played around with aerodynamics and engine configurations more than ever. It's like the Wild West of racing design where anything went, making the races pretty unpredictable, and definitely a lot of fun to watch. Alright folks, if you haven't picked your car yet, you better hustle. The clock's ticking and we don't want any of those digital rides to be left out in the cold. Get your choices in before it's too late. Deplorably just sneaked into 8th place. Scorched Log and Deplorably are nose to nose for that position. Relaxed You's closing in on 10th place. iRafael is inching closer to the top 10. Thudaria Veloz and Anaxagorax are locked in a fierce duel for 17th. Zeta Cross is climbing up to 19th. Amy just gained 1 spot and is now in 4th place. Nooks and Amy are nose to nose for 4th place. Cobber and Navling are locked in a close fight for 21st. Maya is holding steady in 3rd place. Amber Pinkwolf is making a move up to 4th. Squatbender is climbing to 6th. Amy is dropping back to 14th. Deplorably Apple continues climbing, now in 6th place. I am inching closer now in 14th. Amy is battling to regain ground after dropping 10 spots. Zero Timliges is climbing up to 10th place. Relaxed View and Zero Time Alive are nose to nose for 10th. Pippi Langstrumpf is sneaking into 12th. Hingle McCringleberry is making a move, climbing up 3 spots to reach 17. Emerald Tick 398 is having a rough patch, dropping 10 places to 23. Relaxed View is inching forward, gaining 1 position to take 10. Dairy Rock Official is climbing nicely to 20. Schmerz and Live and Cobber are nose to nose for 21. Looks like a close fight there. Now Pinkwolf is driving a Surtees TS9 from 1971. He's currently in 5th place but has the slowest fastest lap among the top contenders. Looks like he's struggling to keep up with the leaders. Deplorably is really closing the gap on Nuts. Now just a second behind. Cobber has climbed 1 spot to 20. The F1 1971 cars are close in performance, but the track at Riccardo Paletti seems to favor those with better handling and cornering skills. The top positions are tightly contested, showing the cars are quite evenly matched. Balsamic Vint 183 is now in 1st place. Looks like they're taking the lead with a smooth move. Scuderia Veloce has climbed to 15th. Not bad. Saycross and Hingle McCringleberry are neck and neck for 17th. This race is heating up. Congratulations to Balsamic Vint 283 for taking the checkered flag. Looks like all that practice paid off. Enjoy the victory lap. Wow! Congratulations to Balsamic Vint 283 on winning the race. That was some smooth driving from the AI. Now, as for our lucky driver who can claim a car, Leon Yashin, you've earned the 1971 McLaren M19A from the F1 1971 series. Time to add a classic to your collection. Alright everyone, the clock is ticking. If you haven't picked your car yet, now's the time, or forever hold your peace. Make your choice before the countdown ends. Oh, this is a classic showdown. Both cars are legendary in their own right. But when it comes to a race like this, it's really about how they handle the track and the driver's finesse. The Penske PC1 is known for its raw power and sharp handling, perfect for that fast-paced Mosport layout. The Hill GH1, on the other hand, has a smooth, balanced feel that can really shine on tight corners and tricky sections. Honestly, I'd say the Penske might have a slight edge on the high-speed straights and sweeping corners. But don't count out the Hill GH1 just yet. It's going to be a close call, and I think it'll come down to who makes the fewer mistakes. Who are you betting on? Alright everyone, we're kicking off at Mosport with a Gaffey on pole driving a classic 1975 Williams FW04. Let's see if this vintage beauty can hold its lead. Nuts. Just overtook someone to take 7th place. Nuts. And double are nose to nose for 6th. Amy is climbing up to 8th place. Globalso is on the move, climbing up 5 spots to 21st place. Newts and double are nose to tail, fighting for 6th. Scuderia Veloce and Architect are locked in a close duel for 12th. Deplorable is on the move, climbing to 6th place after overtaking 3 cars. Ingo McCringleberry is also making progress, moving up 3 spots to 16. Akvaithi and Tangadaki TTV are locked in a fierce duel for 2nd place, neck and neck. Alright everyone. It seems like the AI drivers decided to take an unexpected scenic route and struggled a bit on the track today. So we're wrapping up the race early. Don't worry though. The points have been tallied, so we'll see how everyone stands after this wild ride. Stay tuned for the final results, and maybe next time they'll stick to the racing line. Alright everyone. It looks like we're taking a quick break for some stream maintenance. Just a few minutes and we'll be back to watch those cars race around the track again. Sit tight. Grab a snack if you need to, and I'll see you in just a little while.